So this was a fun photo to take. Not that a lot of my photos aren't fun, but this was particularly enjoyable. My coworker at work has a row of ducks on top of her cubicle, but these are all really small. They're like a ½ inch tall, and I don't know, there's dozens of them. And ever since she put them up, I've wanted to take a photo of them because it's such a cool added little bit of color to the workplace environment. The problem is they're like 7 feet off the ground. And so I can't take a good photo of these that does it justice without without taking some things into consideration. I knew that for the photo I was going for, which is basically exactly what you see here. So I didn't really compromise. What you see is pretty much exactly what I was hoping for. It's what I had in mind for months. So to get this, I had to position my camera off the ground at the eye level, essentially, of these ducks. To do that, I needed a tripod, but my tripod wasn't tall enough. So I got to work early one day. And I brought my tripod, I brought my camera, and I was ready to go. And I brought, this is probably not the best idea, but it worked. I had 3 rolling chairs, not still chairs, but rolling chairs. So I extended my tripod legs, I extended the center column of the tripod, everything as far as it would go, and it was still about a foot short. So I put the tripod on some rolling chairs and adjusted accordingly. And then I had to stand on a step stool and flip the screen down on the back of the D750, adjust my settings, adjust the angle, account for where's the light coming from, all these considerations, all while the camera's like basically rolling around. I wanted a controlled environment, which I couldn't really get, but I did use the self timer so that I didn't get any shake from the camera and the tripod when I pressed the shutter. When I press the shutter button. So I set a 2-second timer, and this shot was f16. This is actually a ½ second exposure because I shot at ISO 100. This is one of those times I definitely did not want to use auto ISO. I really wanted to control the ISO to get a nice clean image. Now there's dust on the image and little specks of dirt and stuff, but I mean clean as in a clean ISO image and without a lot of noise and grain. And it worked pretty well. So what you see is pretty much exactly what I set out to get. Each of these ducks is about a ½ inch tall. I'd shot some at smaller apertures, but the foreground duck, the purple one, was just blown out too much. And the background was just a blur. So you didn't have any sense of context. The one thing I would change if I were to do this again would be to to basically swap the position of the purple and yellow duck. I didn't realize at the time, until I'd already taken this setup down, that the yellow duck was against kind of a yellow peach color background. So it doesn't stand out as much as I would like. Now you still see the light reflections, you see the eye, you see the beak, all those things work, but the head of the duck kind of blends into the background. It's a bit of a bummer, but I think it still works just fine. This is a really fun photo to take because I've been thinking about taking it for so long. And then to pull it off in a way that actually worked, it was great. It was great. Really, really enjoyed this.